Hi students, welcome to the another session of our physical science. As we are discussing about the chapter 10, the work and energy, today we are going to talk about the part 3. So till the last session we were discussing about what is work and as per the view of common view and as per the view of the scientific view of work and what is the definition of the work we were talking about. So just to recap that the work, in order to say some work has done, there are two conditions should be satisfied. There are two things should be keep in mind, that to decide some work has done, there should be some force acting on the object and there should be some displacement in the object on which the force has been acting. Okay, two conditions should be satisfied. And the mathematical expression for the work done is equal to force into displacement. Work done is equal to force into displacement. That is what we were talking about. So W is equal to Fs. Sometimes if the work done is in if the force acting in one direction and the displacement of the object is in another direction, the value of the work done will be the negative. Okay, in such cases the object is going to lose the energy. That is what we were talking about. If the work done or if the displacement of the object which is in the same direction on the direction of the force is acting, so the work done will have the positive value. In such cases the object is going to acquire some energy or gain some energy, is what we were discussing in the last session. So to continue our discussion, we are going to talk about what is the idea of energy. Okay, the next topic is what is the main sense of energy that we were talking based on the work done. So as per the definition of the work done, the capacity of doing the work or the capability of doing the work is considered as energy. The capacity of doing the work or the ability of doing the work or the capability of doing the work can be considered as, so we can add this, the ability of. Sometimes ability also can be added. Okay, the ability of doing the work, the capacity of doing the work, the capability of doing the work is considered as energy. And the thing is that, and as we know that in a common perspective, we know that the capacity of doing the work changes person to person. Okay, for example, the capacity of doing the elder person can have more energy or more capacity to do the work than than a children, or than a child, or than a kid. Okay, for example, if we discuss, if I want to lift a 25 kgs bag, healthy elder person can lift the 25 kgs rice bag easily, whereas it is not possible to lift it. It will be somewhat difficult for the children to lift that 25 kgs bag. That means the capacity of doing the work by the elder person or the energy possessed by the elder person is more comparing to the child or the children. Understood, all of you? The capacity or the capability of doing the work is called as energy, and that energy is going to change person to person. Okay, and the energy will be more for the energy will be more for the elder people and it will be less for the children. Okay, now what we are going to discuss is how does this energy is going to be acquired by a body or by any object. How the energy is going to acquire. Okay, very important concept. See, as we are talking about there is a change in the capacity of energy, or there is a change in the ability or capability or capacity of doing the work. That is nothing but there will be a change in the energy from person to person. In the same way, similarly, the capacity of doing the work by an object also changes based on, okay, see the Similarly, the capacity of doing the work by an object also changes. Based on three things. Based on three things. Okay. So what are the three things? So it depends on the position of the object. It depends on the position of the object. Keep in mind, very very important. Okay. It depends on the first one. It depends on the state of the object. Capacity of doing the work by an object depends on three factors. Okay, doing the object also changes based on three situations, three conditions, otherwise three situations we can call. Okay, so that is depends on the state of the object or depends on the position of the object. Or depends on shape of the object. Or shape, sometimes it can be shape and size, also we can consider shape and size of the object. Okay, more precise we talk about. So the capacity, as there is a change in the capacity of doing the work from person to person, and the ability of doing the work by an object is also going to change, and it depends on the state of the object, and depends on the position of the object, and depends on the shape of the object. State means nothing but either it is in the state of rest or either it is in the state of motion. State is nothing but okay, in rest state, in rest or in motion. We are talking about state, either it is in the state of rest or it is in the state of motion. That is what we are concerned about. Okay. Now this is what when does the capacity, or depending on what criteria the capability or the energy of an object is going to depend on. Okay, so if we focus that main concept, so what we are going to talk is either that depends on state of the object, that depends on the position of the object, and that depends on the shape of the object. Okay, now the one more thing, see, already we discussed that whenever we are doing some work, either lifting a cement bag or lifting a rice bag or lifting a school bag, whatever the work we are going to do, whatever the work in our day-to-day activity we are going to do, we know that we are going to spend some energy. Okay, that energy which is being spent to do some work, that is, we are losing the energy. So first, whenever we are starting to do some work, we will be so energetic. After completion of that work, the energy will be dropped. That means the energy will be lost. Now, where that energy is going? Okay, where is that energy is going, or where that where does that energy that lost by us is going? That is an interesting thing that we have to keep in mind, and that is the interesting point that we are going to go behind to get the answer. Okay, so in that discussion, so we have a very good explanation about that. The concept of that, to get the answer for where that spent energy is going ultimately. Okay, to get that question, to get that answer for the question, we were talking about the transfer of energy. Okay, the transfer So to get the answer for the question, where the energy spent is going ultimately, or where the energy spent is going finally, is reaching to what state, or where does the spent energy is going to be. Okay, that is what we were going to discuss in our session. See, some small interesting points we were talking. Even it looked like very small, but it will be very interesting to understand. Okay, so for example, try to understand this example. Already we were talking about that. So in the last session we were talking about there is a table. there is, of course, don't concern much about this. And we have a block. When I am applying some force on this block, when I am applying some force on the block with my hand, this block is able to move to certain place, and I am going to stop at this point, for example. Okay, I just applied some force on the block. This block has been displaced here. We said that some work has done on the block as the force is acting and as there is a displacement in the block and displacement in the position of the block. Now the concern is that is any energy is being spent, or is any energy is being spent on that, or is there any transfer of energy? Yes, if that is the case, before applying any force on the block, will the block will move by itself? No, obviously it cannot move by itself. Now whenever I am applying some energy by my hand, or when I am applying some force by my hand, that is when I am spending some energy to make it to move, the energy from my hand is being given, from my hand is being transferred to the block, the wooden block or a book, what that I want to make it to move on the table. The energy from my hand is being transferred, is being transferred from my hand to the block, and the block is able to move to certain place. Okay, the block is acquiring some energy to move from one place to another place. Initially before pushing by my hand, that will not move itself by itself, but after when I apply some force by my hand, it is able to move to a certain distance. The same block is able to move to a certain distance. How it is been happening? Because the block is acquiring there is a transfer of energy from my hand to the block, and as the energy transfer is being taken from my hand to the block is acquiring that energy and have the change in the position of from this place to this place. Is it okay? So this example confirms that to do some work, and we said that some work has done here. Okay, so from this example, what can we conclude is, to do some work, we need some energy, and the energy should be transferred from the object, from certain body to the other body. Okay, so how this is happening? Concentrate. Very much interesting thing that you keep in mind. Very interesting. Okay. Now, for example, there is a boy who is trying to hit a ball with his leg. He's trying to hit a ball with his leg. A boy tried to hit a ball with his leg. Now, in this case, what is going to happen? The boy is applying some energy on the ball to make it to move. The boy is applying some energy on the ball to make it to move. Okay, in this case, what happened? The energy transfer has been taken by the foot of the boy to the into the ball, such that the ball is going to move to certain place. Okay, energy has been transferred. So two things that you have to keep in mind. Whenever there is a transfer of energy. The first thing is that the object or the person who is doing the work. Okay, the object who is doing the work, or the object or the person is doing loses energy, and the object on which the work is being done. Okay, the object on which the work has been done gains the energy in this case. Okay, so under the activity 2, if we talk about the activity 2, gives the information about. So understanding the increasing or decreasing of the energy of a body or of an object is been given. So from this case, what happens? Whenever there is a change, whenever some work has been done, there will be some transfer of energy from object on which the work has been done. That is what we discussed. So whenever we push it, the ball is applying some energy to push the ball, to kick the ball. The energy from the ball is being given to the ball. In this case, the ball is losing the energy, whereas the ball is gaining the energy. Fine. So the ball is losing the energy. Whereas the ball gaining the energy. Okay. So while there is a transfer of energy, the object which is doing the work will lose that energy, or the object on which the work has been done will gain the energy. Note is that we are talking about due to the energy transfer, there is a increasing in the energy is what we were concluding here on the discussion. But that will not be the same for all the cases. Okay, that means for every case of transfer of energy or the work done, the object on which the work has been done is not always gaining the energy. Not always gains the energy. So in this case, the work done is positive value, because the force acting in the direction, the same direction the ball is able to move. So the work done is positive value. In such cases, whenever we are transferring the energy on the body gains the energy. That is, the energy increases. If the work done has a positive value, energy transfer, energy gain increases by the object on which the energy transfer has been taken place. All of you understood? So what we can conclude, the object which is doing the work will loses the energy, and the object on which the work has been done will gain the energy when the work done value is positive. That means the object moves in the same direction of the motion. Okay. Now for example, what if there is a work done value is negative? Suppose if the work done value is negative or minus negative value, energy decreases. What is that case? What if the work done value is negative? If the work done value is negative, the energy transfer, due to the energy transfer on which the energy transfer has been taken place, that is going to lose the energy. Okay, how it is going to happen? So same example, that is what we were talking about. Okay, so when we are rolling a football on the ground, there exists a force of friction. In the context of force of friction, okay, after moving some ball here, the ball comes into the state of rest. Okay, finally it comes to rest. Okay, according to the force of friction, concept, try to understand. According to the force of friction, the friction is working in the opposite direction where the ball is moving in that direction. If the ball is moving in that direction, and friction is working in this direction, so the transfer of energy, due to the transfer of energy, the work done value is minus. Ultimately, as the work done value is minus, ultimately the object and the ball is going to lose the energy. Okay, so what do we conclude from these two examples? Okay, so whenever the energy transfer takes place, it's not that always the energy of the body on which the work has done increases. It's not that case. Okay, if the work done value is plus, the energy will be increased. If the work done value is minus, Okay, minus is nothing but if force is working in one direction and the displacement is in another direction. So in such cases the work done value is minus. In such case, due to the transfer of energy also, due to the transfer of energy, the energy get decreases by the object on which the work has done. Okay, so this is about the transfer. So transfer always will the energy, due to the energy transfer, will the always the energy increases? It's not that case. The work done values plus energy increases on the object, okay, on which the work has done. The work done values minus the energy applied on the object will decrease. Okay, this is what we were talking about. See here. The initial topic we were talking about energy transfer, the topic of energy transfer. One more example we are going to talk about such that how that energy transfer has been taken place. Okay, for example, as per the page number 173, figure number 10, according to the textbook what I have in my hand. So see, if you take a spring, take it upon a table. So on a table, take a spring upon the table. Spring upon a table, and by applying the if you keep a spring, a hard spring on the table, will it jump by itself, or will it fall from the from down to the table by itself? Okay, it will not so. It cannot do the so. Okay. Now what happens? What happens if we press the spring? If you press the spring and with our hand, if you keep for certain time, what is going to happen? We notice that there is a change in the shape of the spring. Okay, we notice that there is a change in the shape of the spring when we apply certain force by our hand. That is one point, and the energy from our hand will be transferred to the spring. The energy from our hand transferred to the spring, and if you remove my hand after pressing it, if I ask for the figure number 10, okay, if I press it for certain time by my hand, if I remove it, there is a chance that the spring will have as there is a transfer of energy from my hand to the spring acquires some energy. Okay, the spring acquires some energy, and there is a chance that the spring will jump and fall down from the table. Okay, initially the same spring was not able to do any work, whereas while I am pressing with my hand, and due to the change in the shape, it is going to acquire some energy. Okay, and it is going to jump from the table as well. Okay, so this shows that energy transfer has been taken place. And this spring is acquiring the energy due to change in the shape. So as we discussed, certain objects to acquire the energy, there might be three things should happen. There might be three possibilities. Okay. The capacity of doing the work depends on or the acquiring energy of the objects depends on three things. Okay, either there is a change in the state, or there must be change in the position, or there must be change in the shape. So in this case, the shape of the spring changed, so it is going to acquire some energy. Okay, now what are the situations where an object is going to acquire the energy due to change in the state, and what are the situations an object is going to acquire some energy due to change in the position, and what are the situations where an object is going to acquire due to change in the shape, and what are the different special names will be given. So state changes that acquire some energy. What is the name of the energy which is acquired due to the change in the state? Position changes, some acquire some energy. So So what is the name of that acquired energy? Shape changes also. If the shape also changes, it is going to acquire some energy. What is the name of that energy which has been acquired due to the change in the position and change in the shape? What is the name of the energy possessed by an object due to change in the state? That is what we are going to discuss. Okay, if an object acquires some energy due to the change in the state, we have a special name. The energy, the name of the energy acquired, we have some special name. And the object, if the object acquires some energy due to the change in the position or due to change in the shape, we have a special name for that energy. What is that name? That is what is the agenda of the class. Okay, suppose for example, some example I am going to take now. So there are three type of energies due to the transfer or due to due to the change in the shape or due to change in the position or due to change in the state. We have three type of energies we have. That is kinetic energy, potential energy and the mechanical energy. What is kinetic energy? What is potential energy? What is mechanical energy? In which cases we are going to say that is a kinetic energy? In which cases we are going to talk about it is a potential energy? And in which cases we are going to talk about it is a mechanical energy? That is the next topic. That first thing is the kinetic energy. So kinetic energy, the energy possessed by the object due to change in state or any object which is in state of motion. Okay, any object in the state of motion, any object in the state of motion contains or possess kinetic energy. Okay, so moving objects, any moving objects contains a type of energy called as kinetic energy. For example, take a metal ball and some hollow wooden block, some hollow plastic. Hollow means nothing should be there. There is space in. It's like a compact box, empty compact box or empty some hollow box, plastic box you keep it. Okay, two things you keep side by side. Will that ball be able to move this plastic hollow box in the first case? No, the ball will not do anything. Okay, now will not have the ability to move. Now what I am going to do? Bring the ball to one end of the table and roll down with some force. Now what happens when the ball hits this plastic box? Now the box will start moving to this place. It will change its place. When the rolling ball hits this plastic box, the box is going to change its place. That means the same ball, initially it was not able to do any work, but when it is kept at one end and it is rolled to hit that ball, the box, the same ball, the metal ball is able to do some work. Okay, so as the ball is in the state of motion, it is acquired, it is containing the kinetic energy to make the object to move to certain place, to do some work. Okay, the energy possessed by the object which is in the state of motion is called as kinetic energy. Kinetic energy, the amount of kinetic energy or the magnitude of kinetic energy will increase by its speed or velocity. If I roll the ball with some more velocity, more speed, the displacement will be more. Okay, if the speed is more, the kinetic energy possessed by the object will be more. That is one point, keep in mind. Okay, so kinetic energy is that the energy possessed by any moving object is called kinetic energy. If we talk about the examples, suppose a coconut is falling from a tree. A coconut fall. See, that is in the state of motion. When it is falling, the coconut is falling. It is in the state of motion. So that as the kinetic energy, as the coconut is falling from the tree, as it is in the state of motion, so the energy possessed by the coconut while it is falling down is a kinetic energy. Suppose a bike is moving in front of me on the road. So it possesses kinetic energy. A car is moving, it possesses kinetic energy. But the car is in the state of motion, such state of rest, the same car will not possess any kinetic energy. Okay, suppose an aircraft flying in the air, okay, a plane is flying in the air, it possesses the kinetic energy. A train is moving, it possesses the kinetic energy. Okay, an athlete is running, suppose an athlete is running in the ground. Okay, he possesses the kinetic energy. That means, in short, okay, suppose the flow of water, if the water is flowing, the water is flowing, it possesses the kinetic energy. Okay, a ball is rolling on the ground, it possesses kinetic energy. If aeroplane is flying, kinetic energy. A car is moving, it possesses kinetic energy. A coconut is falling, it can. Any object which is in the state of motion possess kinetic energy. Okay, so the energy acquired by an object due to its state or due to its motion, okay, due to its motion are considered as kinetic energy. Is it okay? Suppose a train is moving at the back of me. You listen that there is a train is going. Okay, so which type of energy the train contains now? Obviously, it's a kinetic energy because it is in the state of motion. Fine, all of you? Energy possessed by a moving object is called kinetic energy. Simple. Okay, I hope you understood this. Now, what is the energy possessed by due to change in position and due to change in the shape? And what is the name of that? We are going to discuss in the next class. And moreover, there will be a mathematical expression for the kinetic energy. We have one mathematical expression. So, kinetic energy, to calculate the kinetic energy, we are going to use a mathematical expression that is equal to kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Okay, where m is the mass of the object which is in the state of motion and v is the velocity of the object which is in the motion. Okay, if you know the mass of the object and if you know what is the velocity of that object, what is the speed or velocity of the object, we can calculate the kinetic energy possessed by the object which is in the state of motion. Okay, so we will solve some problems in the next session so that we can understand what is the mathematical expression. Okay, and energy is also the work done. Energy is also the context of work done. It is also measured in joules. Okay, energy, the units of measuring the energy is also joules because it is also the work done. The energy is also considered as the work done. So I hope you understood this session. We will meet in the next session. Thank you and keep smiling. Bye bye.